Camera number 112 of 365 is the Fujica AZ1, a camera that can be either fully manual, or if we insert some batteries in, it can become an aperture priority camera. So let's just show how we put the batteries in the camera, not on the base, but it's actually round the back and on the side. So let's just put those batteries. Now unusually, it takes 3 LR44 batteries, and we place the positive terminal into the base of the camera, or in the front. Oops, there we go, that's wrong. There we go. And the third one. And then push the cap on, which is spring loaded, so we have to be careful that it doesn't go flying off. There we go. That's it. So now the camera can operate in aperture priority. Before we go into that though, let's just look at the front. It takes what is known as the Fujica mount lens, according to the manual. So I've got a Cosina here, Cosinon f1.7 50mm lens, and we can see on the right hand side a flash terminal, and then we have self timer, which of course requires us to press the button. So let's do that. Okay. We also have a stop down lever there, and then we have a little dial here, which is can be used to release a lens. In fact, I've just checked the manual. It's actually, according to the manual, it's a lens safety lock. So there we go. So to put the lens back on, we'll just simply screw it back on. There we go. On the base of the camera, there is provision to fit a motor wind with the terminals there. We have a tripod mount, and then the button that we can press to deactivate the film advance and then allow us to put our film in. So if we put our lens on A, when the camera is set to aperture priority, it can operate in full aperture, or we can set it, if the lens has an M setting, we can then just close down. Well, the lens actually closes down, doesn't it? In aperture priority mode with A, we do have, obviously we can still press that down if we want to, but we don't have to because it's, as I say, full aperture operation. If we don't want the camera to operate in aperture priority, then we can go solo, as it were, and we just have 3 or 4 if you include bulb. We have 1/1000th of a second, 250th of a second, and 60th of a second that are the only manual or mechanical shutter speeds that we have. So that's useful, isn't it? If the batteries should fail, the camera can still be used, and used very well really, with those variety of shutters speeds to operate. The shutter button itself has a lock. By sliding it to that position, we now lock that, and then film advance and film counter. There is exposure compensation in the form of +2 to -2 that the camera will operate in aperture priority mode. I don't think I've mentioned, looking through the viewfinder, we have the shutter speeds on the right hand side, and we have a red illuminated LED telling us when we're in aperture priority mode what the camera has chosen. And in manual mode, again the same thing happens, we get an indication of which shutter speed is being used. Unfortunately, this camera has a little bit of the go faster stripes look, because the door is a bit temperamental, so lifting the film rewind opens the door, but sometimes it doesn't close fully. It did lock there, but I just liked to have that safety net there. So that is it. That is camera number 112 of 365, the Fujica AZ1.